I would not reauthorize No Child Left Behind without some fundamental changes, and I'll focus on a couple. Number one, I think the assessment tools that we're using to measure annual, yearly progress are inadequate. And in crafting the bill, I don't think that we did a good job getting ownership from teachers with respect to how they were going to be assessed. And it's created enormous resentment all across school districts that I've been traveling here in Iowa, but also in my home state of Illinois and across the country. Now, I believe in high standards, and I believe that the status quo is unacceptable. And so we should be constantly looking to ratchet up performance in our schools. But not every school is going to start in the same place. And the problem right now that we've seen is that you set very high measures that have to be met, otherwise schools are going to be penalized. And you don't give enough resources to make sure that they can actually meet those measures. In some cases, it's not possible for them to meet those measures realistically. And so what I would prefer, and you know, there's going to be a lot of discussion of this in Congress, is let's set up a growth model where we are tracking progress on an annual basis, and we are saying that the trajectory of school performance and student performance has to be improving each and every year. But we recognize that not every school is going to start off at the same place. A school with a huge number of students who are getting a free lunch program.
So would you abolish the expectation that all students shall be proficient in math and reading by 2013-14?
What I would do is to say that all students can reach that goal, but that they're going to be moving at an uneven pace. And we have to acknowledge that reality, that we shouldn't be taking away resources from school districts that are doing a terrific job. If children are starting at 3 years behind grade level in reading, and they end up making up 2 of those years, but they're still a year short, that school district is doing a good job, and we should provide them the resources to keep on doing a good job, as opposed to punishing them because they've dropped down a year short. So I think that we've got to make some modifications in how we're assessing performance. That doesn't diminish the expectation that all children can learn. They may not all learn at the same pace. They may not get to the same point at the same time. And if we measure performance realistically, then what we're not going to get is the sort of gaming the system that you're seeing in some states, where they look and they say, you know what, we're not going to make these annual, yearly performance goals. So what do? We lower the state standards so that Mississippi can claim that its 86% of its kids are meeting the annual, yearly performance goals. And it turns out that when they take the national test, they rank last in math and science.